EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And that'll be caught by Tony. And he goes out right around the 39.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete there to Smith.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
Really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Let's get it.
1 second. 180.
Watch 2. Hey.
Run.
Shift.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Mayfield's throw caught by Tony. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Watch the run.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Choose the mic. Come on, D.
Now Mayfield. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle to Smith. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd goal.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
He's coming. He's coming.
Pistol.
Double up.
Run.
They'll look to run with Dillon. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A.J. Dillon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. First carry for Josh Jacobs. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Play action. Now Jackson. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Watch the curl.
Jackson from the shotgun. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. (6-0) our score after 1.
Not today. 44.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the first. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Right there. 50. Right there. 54.
They go with Jacobs, and he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Desperados have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing. Pistol. Y'all playing.
Throwing. Mayfield. Out to his left. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Execute. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Coming to you. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. It's just me and you.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Net 180. Hey, alert.
Choose the mic.
Mayfield down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Get that ball.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get to the ball.
No, we changed it.
The ball. Let's keep moving. Converge.
To throw is Jackson. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Good. 180.
Mike 54.
Here we go.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. This is Gordon on the dump off. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Here's 2nd and 9.
Pistol.
Watch your slant.
Mayfield to throw it. Dancing to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Mayfield. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Hurry. 180. Check 49. Point it right.
Mayfield now from the 50. Flushed out right. He's got the hookup with Diggs. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson finding Hardman here over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
2nd and 8. Jackson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Caught. Kelce, left side. Touchdown. Travis Kelce. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Desperados have retaken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Mayfield on play action. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. Now swing pass for Dillon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll run on first down. Dillon, and down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tim Settle, the Virginia Tech Hokie, in there on the stop.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the part of their offense.
Let him know, let him know.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Pistol. Check 9. Kings!
Mayfield looks to throw. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
180!
Watch the screen.
Real.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Dillon again, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A.J. Dillon with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Pettis now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He's got a man, complete. And finally he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. And they rattle off a big one. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. A 1st down and more for Jacobs. Touchdown! Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Desperados have yet again retaken the lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield. One that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Don't worry about it, baby.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Looking to throw. He'll buy some time right. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Right there, 54, right there, right
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. This is Smith with a grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. On the handoff, this is Dillon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Regular.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Tony. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Buying time to his left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That's caught left side by Hardman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
This is caught, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark,